everyone, I hope you all are fine and healthy. I welcome you all to RKP online classes. Today in this video, I am going to discuss the next topic of chapter number 3, that is seasons. Till now, we have discussed rotation and revolution, but in today's session, we are going to discuss seasons. Okay, so in rotation, we have learned that Earth rotates on its axis. Axis is nothing but imaginary line, right? So Earth rotates on its axis, that is rotation. And from where to where the movement of the Earth occurs? So from west to east direction. In this direction, Earth rotates on its axis. Okay, and due to this rotation, the days and night occur. In revolution, what we have learned, that Earth revolve around the sun. Like this is the sun, this is Earth. So Earth revolve around the sun in a fixed path, and this fixed path is known as Earth's orbit. Okay, and Earth's orbit is elliptical in shape, just like an egg, oval shape. Clear? And due to the revolution, what occur? Seasons occur. Okay, seasons occur, and also year occur. Rotation, day and night, and 1 day is equals to 24 hours. But in revolution, years occur. Okay, 1 year is equals to 365 days. But in leap year, we have learned that there are 366 days instead of 365. So revolution means revolving of Earth around the sun, which causes years. And also, due to the revolution, seasons occur. See, as you all know, Earth is not straight. The axis of the Earth I am talking about, that is not straight. Okay, so here you can look at this picture. See, the axis, imaginary line that run from North Pole to the South Pole is not straight. It is slightly tilted at an angle of 23.5 degree, right? So due to this tiltedness of the Earth, what happened? The seasons on the Earth occurred. Due to tiltedness of the Earth's axis is imaginary line on which Earth rotates, right? Because revolution and rotation occurs simultaneously. So because of this tiltedness of the Earth, the seasons occur, and these seasons can be better seen on a tree. Let's understand how. If you look at the tree, what happened? See, there are 4 different seasons you are going to find on the Earth. There are 4 different seasons. They are spring season, summer season, autumn season, and winter season, right? So there are 4 different seasons of the Earth, and these seasons can be better seen on the tree. How? During the spring season, you will notice that the flowers are coming on the tree. The flowers are coming on the tree. So, but during summer season, you will notice the tree will cover with thick green leaves. Here in this is called revival time of everything, because on the tree you will notice this period comes after the winter but before the summer season. So here you will see on the tree that the leaves will start coming, but summer season you will going to find the thick green leaves on the trees. But during the autumn season, you will notice that the trees are start shedding their leaves. They will shed their leaves during the autumn season. But during the winter season, you will notice that the tree will look empty without any leaves. So flowers will come during this season. You will see the green thick leaves. But during the autumn season, you will see the trees now shedding their leaves. But during the winter season, you will notice there will no leaves on the trees. Now let us discuss in detail spring, summer, autumn and winter seasons. So first is spring season. Spring season. So in this period of time, in this season, what happened? The weather becomes warmer. And plant starts reviving. So this is called revival season. Okay. So why revival? Because as I told you, the flowers start coming on the trees. So if we talk about the period of the spring season, it starts from the month of March and continues till May. Next is summer season. As you know, summer season is the hottest season of the year, right? So summer season is the hottest season of the year, and you will notice that on the trees you will notice it will cover with thick green leaves. So summer season starts from the month of June and continues till the month of August. Next is autumn. Autumn is patjhad. Patjhad means now the trees will start shedding their leaves. falling of the leaves from the trees. Okay, so autumn season starts from the month of September and continues till the month of November. Next is winter. Winter is the coldest season of the year, and in that season what happens, the weather is very cool, very cool. Okay, coldest year of the season of the year. So it starts from the month of December and continues till the month of February. I told you students that the axis of the earth, which is an imaginary line, is not straight. It is tilted at an angle of 23.5 degree, right? And see, if suppose this is axis of the earth, this is earth and this is earth axis. So axis of the earth is not straight, it is slightly tilted at an angle of 23.5 degree, right? So this tiltedness of the earth axis plays an important role in different seasons of the year. Let's see how. As you know, like this is the sun, the earth, see, as you know, earth revolve around the sun, earth revolve around the sun. Okay, so at different positions you will notice the different points on the earth surface. Means at different position you will see the different face of the earth surface. That means when earth is revolving around the sun, you will notice that some part is getting closer at a particular point of time while some part is far away from it. Similarly, if earth is at this position, so both parts are facing the sun, but sun is at this position. Now southern part is facing the sun, northern is not. That means when earth is revolving around the sun, you will notice that some parts are getting closer to it, some part is not getting closer to it. Let's see how. Here you can look at this diagram. This is sun. These are the different phases of the earth. As we have discussed that earth revolves around the sun in a fixed path, right? So if we talk about this position of the earth, here you can see that one part is tilted toward the sun while other part is far away from the sun. If we'll talk about this position, same like this, one part is tilted and second part is not tilted toward the sun. That means when sun revolve around, when earth revolve around the sun, at different points you will going to see the different positions of the earth, and because of this tiltedness of the earth, the seasons occur. Let's understand how. As you can see in this particular phase of time, here you can see when earth is at this particular position, this is equator. Okay, so northern hemisphere is slightly tilted toward the sun, so that means northern hemisphere is experiencing summer season as in June, and winter, whereas the southern hemisphere is experiencing winter season. Like in this phase of the earth, here you can notice that the southern hemisphere is inclined toward the earth while northern hemisphere is away from the earth. That means in southern hemisphere there is summer season, in northern hemisphere there is winter season. So thus how we can see that due to the different position of the earth, there are different seasons occurred. Okay, but beside these, there are also a point came when both the poles, north pole, south pole, north pole, south pole, okay, when both the poles are an equal distance from the sun. Here you can look at this picture. So these are two faces, these are two different points of the earth when the north pole and south pole of the earth are an equal distance from the sun. That means no one is far away from the sun, no one is closer to the sun. So at this particular point of the time, the spring and autumn season occurs. Clear? So at these phases, at some point of time, at this point of time, one part is facing the sun, one part is not. Means one part is closer, other part is far away at this position also. But these are two positions where no part is away, no part is closer to the sun. Both are facing the sun. They are getting the sun at an equal amount. Student, the tiltedness of the earth axis not only causes the seasons, not only causes these 4 seasons, but besides these 4 seasons, the tiltedness of the earth axis is not straight, it is tilted. Okay, so this tiltedness of the earth axis not only causes this 4 seasons, but besides these, it also causes the variation in day and night. The tiltedness of the earth axis causes variation in day and night also. How? As you must have noticed that during the summer season, the length of the day is greater than length of the night. But during the winter season, the length of night is greater than length of day. That means the tiltedness of Earth axis plays a very important role, not only in causing the seasons but also in creating the variations between days and nights. As I told you that due to the tiltedness of the Earth's axis, there are variations in day and night. There are variation in the length of days and night. Let's understand. So there are two different phases of the Earth. There are different phases of the Earth when Earth faces solstice and equinox. When there are solstice condition and equinox. So first we will discuss about what is solstice and what is equinox. Solstice. Solstice means when one part of the Earth faces the sun, receives the maximum sunlight, but the other part at same time receives minimum sunlight. Similarly, when Earth is moving at this particular point of time, as you know, when Earth always revolve around the sun. When Earth is at this point of time, this position of time, one part of the Earth is receiving the maximum sunlight and other part is not getting the maximum sunlight. It is getting the minimum sunlight. So this geographical phenomena is known as solstice. But what is equinox then? Equinox means equal. Equinox means equal. So these geographical phenomena are those when the days and night length are equal. As I told you, the tiltedness of the Earth axis causes the variation in day and night. In this, you are going to find the variation of day and night, but equinox means when the length of day is equals to length of night. See, sun, when Earth is at this position and at this position, you will find equinox, where every part of the Earth receives equal amount of sunlight. Every part means the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. Both are getting equal amount of the sunlight. Then that means both day the day and night will be equal. That is known as equinox. Okay. So I will discuss about when 2 days of the Earth gets the equal amount of sunlight. First is we will understand the term solstice. So there are two solstices, that is summer solstice, two types, and is winter solstice. Let's discuss with the help of diagram. See, one diagram is given in your book. First, we will discuss about summer solstice. See, when the position of Earth is this, when Earth is at this particular position, this is equator, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn. So here, this with the help of diagram, the things will be more clear to you. See, what is summer solstice? In northern hemisphere, here at this phase of time, as I told you, the northern hemisphere is tilted toward the sun. That means northern hemisphere is experiencing summer, but southern hemisphere is experiencing winter time. Okay. So at the time of summer, in northern hemisphere, at the time of summer, what happened? The length of days continues to be increasing. The length of days continue to be increasing till 21st June. The length of the days during the summer season in northern hemisphere continues to increase, continues to be long till 21st June. And this 21st June is the longest day of the year. It is the longest day of the year. And this is known as summer solstice. 21st June, which is the longest day of the year, this is known as summer June, when the length of the day is greater than the length of the night. And as I told you, the phenomena that is occurring in the southern hemisphere is just opposite to it. If there is summer solstice in northern hemisphere, because it is inclined, it is facing the sun. Okay, direct rays of means the rays of the sun are vertically falling on the Tropic of Cancer. That's why there is summer in the northern hemisphere. But in winter hemisphere, it is not receiving maximum sunlight. It is receiving the minimum sunlight. So it is facing the winter solstice at this point of time. Next is at this point of time. Now we will discuss about when earth comes at this position of time. So now we will discuss about next, that is winter solstice, right? So winter, what happened in winter solstice, as you know, as you can see in this picture, that northern hemisphere is far away from the sun, but southern hemisphere tilted toward the sun. So what will happen here, this is equator, tropic of Cancer, tropic of Capricorn, clear this thing. So as you know, the sun rays are vertically falling on the 23.5 degree tropic of Capricorn. So that's why there is summer season in the southern hemisphere but winter season in the northern hemisphere. So during the winter season, what happened in northern hemisphere, the days continues to be short till 22nd December. See, here I told you the days continues to be long till 21st June, and 21st June is the longest day of the year. After that, what happened, the days continues to be decreasing. The length of the days continues to be decreasing, and they decrease till 22nd December. Clear? At 22nd December, the length of the day is shorter and the length of the night is greater. So this is the shortest day of the year where the length of the night is greater than length of the day, and this is known as winter solstice. So winter solstice in northern, but in southern summer solstice. So in winter, during the winter time in northern hemisphere, what happened, the length of the days continues to be decreasing during 22nd December, but after this date, what happened, the length of the days now goes on increasing. Clear? So this is known as summer solstice and winter solstice. Now we'll discuss about the equinox. But there are 2 days in the year also when equinox is there, when the length of day is equals to the length of night, and this is known as spring equinox and autumn equinox. So let's understand again with the help of diagram. Now we'll understand this equinox term with the help of the diagram. So here you can see these are the 2 different phases of the earth where all the poles are getting, where all the parts of the earth are getting equal amount of the sunlight. See, at this phase of time, the sun is directly shining over the equator, and then it is reaching to south pole. Similarly, at this phase of the earth, the rays of the sun are directly shining vertical. They are vertical over the equator, and then it is moving to the north pole. So these are the 2 different phases of the earth where the all parts of the earth are receiving the equal amount of the sunlight, which is known as equinox. Okay, so now we'll talk about the 2 different days in the year where the length of days are equals to length of night. So that is in during the spring season. So in northern hemisphere, as you know, spring, summer, autumn, winter, these 4 seasons we have discussed. First the season of spring come, then summer, then autumn, and then winter. So in northern hemisphere, first this is spring season in northern hemisphere at this time. Okay, that comes before the summer but after the winter. So in northern hemisphere there is spring equinox. Spring equinox means when the length of day is equals to length of night, but there will be opposite in southern, there is autumn equinox. Okay, because this is the phase of summer season in southern hemisphere. Then this now summer season is northern hemisphere but winter season in southern. Okay, next is this phase of time, this particular phase of time when sun is directly shining over the equator and when the length of day and night are equal. So this is known as autumn equinox, that is 23rd September. Autumn equinox in northern hemisphere but will opposite in the southern hemisphere. There will be spring season in southern hemisphere. Look at this picture, everyone. So there are 2 days in the whole year when the length of days are equal to the length of nights. On these 2 days, the sun shines directly over the equator. So what are those 2 days? They are 20th March and 23rd September. In the northern hemisphere, when northern hemisphere is facing spring season, the 20th March is the date where the length of day is equals to length of night. So this date is known as spring or vernal equinox. In the same, when northern hemisphere is facing autumn season, that is on 23rd September, the length of day in northern hemisphere, when northern hemisphere is facing autumn season on 23rd September, the length of day is equals to length of night. So this is known as autumn equinox. So students, in today's video session, what we have discussed different seasons and how the seasons are formed. They are formed due to the tiltedness of the earth axis. Along with that, we have learnt about solstices and equinoxes.